I was confused when the printer started playing music until I realised the paper was jamming. Don't forget, comment your dad jokes down below. Right, so hello again everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to do a quick comparison test between the Xiaomi TV Stick, which is a 4K version, and the Realme 4K Smart Google TV Stick. Now I've done individual reviews on both, but a lot of people have been asking for comparison tests to see how they run side by side. Right, so that being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's crack on. Right, so first of all, what I will ask is comment down below if you own one of these devices, and if you do, what are your thoughts on them? So first of all, if we take a quick look at the boot tests, and this is simply me restarting both devices, starting them from a cold start, and just to see which one starts up quicker. See, it's just a general test, innit? So I'm expecting the Xiaomi TV Stick to start up that little bit faster because Google TV is a little bit more populated, but as we're going to see in a moment, the Xiaomi TV Stick does look to start up that little bit faster, but when it was trying to populate the suggested content below, there were a lot of grey boxes and I did have to wait quite a while for those to actually show. Whereas Google TV seemed like it took a little bit longer to start, it did populate a lot faster and everything was showing. So that's the boot test and that's how fast they start up. With these videos I could go really in depth with them, but they are just general comparisons. If you do want to find more in-depth specs about each device, there's plenty of videos out there. Now if you take a look at the interface on both, the Realme is using Google TV, whereas the Xiaomi TV Stick 4K, this is using Android TV. They are both similar, but Google TV is more for suggested content, whereas Android TV, you can customize that to show which apps actually show anything on the home screen. So this is more down to personal preference. Google TV is a little bit more populated, but as you can see, you can customize both home screens and take your pick. Let me know in the comment section down below. And I have just noticed while editing this video that Google TV, the paid suggestions are still there. You can see £15.99 for that, £4.49 for Top Gun. Not as many on the home screen as we used to see, but if I go across to films, there's loads on here. And look, £15.99, £13.90. The biggest downfall for Google TV, in my opinion, is that if I want to pay for content, I'll go to the store and buy it. Stop flooding my home screen with it. So next up, this is just simply a navigation test where I'm just using the remote and I'm just pressing that shit. I'm just seeing how it keeps up. If you're somebody that likes to scroll through things fast and you don't like it to be laggy, as you can see, both are handling it pretty well. So you're not going to have no issues when it comes to navigation. But one thing I will say is the Realme 4K Smart Google TV Stick, real mouthful that, innit? That did feel a little bit smoother. Not too much, but whether it's something to do with the transitions on the device, it's just the Xiaomi TV Stick, it felt a bit more blocky or a bit more jumpy. But as you saw, both handled it pretty well. Right, so as we can see, the App Store, both devices are using the Google Play Store for Android TV. Now, a lot of you may think, well, it's standard. And the best thing with the Google Store for Android TV means any app that you do install will work as it should on that device. Whereas some cheaper generic Chinese Android boxes, they run like on a mobile phone launcher. That's the full Google Play Store, but a lot of the apps you install on those, you have to use an Air Mouse. So the comforting things with these devices are the apps will work as they should. And it is worth noting you can sideload apps to both of these devices as well. And one thing I did forget to mention is on both devices, ITV Hub, BBC iPlayer and apps like that don't seem to work. It does say application unavailable and that the provider doesn't have the necessary rights. And then if I just search iPlayer, you can see that's not even available in the App Store. So if you like using official apps like this, these devices aren't going to be for you. So next up, I got the Freeview app from the Google Store, and I just tried opening an app to see which one started quicker, see if there were a noticeable difference when opening apps up. And as you can see, it's pretty, well, it's neck on neck. It was pretty much exactly the same. And they're navigating very well straight away. Now, sometimes we do see a massive difference between these, and some devices take a lot longer to start apps up than what others do, but these were pretty much exactly the same. So I just tried the same again with YouTube, just to see if the freebie one would have been a lucky dip like, but as you can see, both apps start pretty much the same. One thing I will say is, on the Realme device, you do get an ad at the top of YouTube, whereas on the Xiaomi TV Stick, there's no ad there. Now, this is probably not going to make a difference to people's choice, but I'm not sure if it's because one's got Google TV and the other's Android TV, YouTube shows an ad at the top. So next up, I just wanted to try some 4K content just to see how it played back, see if it was jumpy, see what the quality was like, and both handled it without any issues. It were absolutely fine. It looked crisp, it looked mint. When I were fast forwarding and rewinding through content, they were working fine, so there's nothing to worry about with playing content back, even in 4K. Now, when it comes to the devices, that's them side by side. There's not really much difference at all. It doesn't really matter how they look because they are going to be behind your TV anyway, so you're never going to see them. But as you can see, if I put them side by side next to the box like that, they look pretty much the same. If we do take a quick look at the remotes though, for me, I prefer the Realme remote to the Xiaomi. Don't know why, it just feels better when I'm holding it. And although I'm not a massive fan of the quick keys, I do think it does help populate it. And I just think the Realme remote looks and feels better. But that's just personal preference as well, I suppose. And like I said, if you want to find out more specs about each individual device, you can. These are just a couple I found on a website, and as you can see, the Realme has got 2GB of RAM and 8GB of storage, and the Xiaomi TV Stick is the same with 2GB of RAM and 8GB of storage. And also, if we take a look at the price of both devices, the Realme is just under £60 at the moment, the Xiaomi TV Stick 4K, £53, but these are showing offer prices as well, and the full price of the Realme is just under £80, and the Xiaomi TV Stick is just under £85. Now, I know this is a comparison test between these two devices, but there's a lot of devices out there which could be considered better for cheaper. So make sure you do your looking about before you actually buy any of these devices. Now, like I said, we could go on forever with a comparison test, but I don't want to waste too much of your time. And that comparison is literally just like a general user's experience. So from turning it on to navigating around the home screen to opening apps. And I just like to keep it simple. And like I said, a lot of people were asking for these comparison videos to be done again on this channel. What I will say, if I had to choose between the two, is they're pretty much the same. It's whether you like Android TV or Google TV. Or does the remote make a difference and does that affect your choice? But I don't know, I can't really pick a winner on this one. It's, I do like the Realme, to be fair. But the fact of the matter is, whichever device you do get, if you do get one, then you're going to be happy with it, aren't you? Also, let me know in the comment section down below what device comparisons you'd like to see next. Would you like to see Fire Stick 4K Max versus the Fire TV Cube? The Fire TV Cube versus the Nvidia Shield? Let me know down below. But yeah, I will leave links in the description down below if you want to check any of these out. I hope this video helped at least 2 people, because then the video was worth making. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below as well. I'm watching there. And I'll see you soon. Ta-da!